I will start by explaining some stuff. If you only want the top 10, use the timestamps.
今日も素晴らしい一日ね。
So, this will be my top 10 based on my experience with IS2. I am a 4-star player, I beat the game with 4 stars, and IS2 is no different. At all stamps, winning beat every ending in each squad. I would recommend giving it to all the operators representing the top 10, but they will be serviceable at P1 if all you want is a stronger 3-star. And about why to use 4 stars in IS2, it's simple. You want to spend less hope when you don't have much, and some 4 stars are more than strong to carry you. Let us start from the bottom at number 10. Myrtle. Let's get this one out of the way. Myrtle is the 4-star basically every player has raised, and she is so for a reason. It's not a secret, this girl will generate enough DP to crash all the banks in Terra, and she will keep you up and running even against the third boss, where you have DP down. But even though Myrtle deserves to be in the list, she does not deserve to be higher. Her utility goes far beyond generating DP. She has a decent attack for a Vanguard, and she has a healing skill. But most players will not even try to use the rest of her kit. If you are not like the others, show everyone what Myrtle can actually do. Coming next, in number 9, we have Perfumer. Another support role, but we will get to the PS in a second. Perfumer is the best pick when you are not sure which magic to play with. The range won't allow for everything, but she will heal everyone in the whole map, slowly, but it's way better than nothing. And as much of pain as Sunch damage is, IS2 is survivable without worrying about it. So Perfumer will be my only medic pick in the list, and you can use Remove Barrier or Honey Barrier for that. Perfumer is good at healing a lot of people while using only one squad slot. We now enter the DPS realm, and the first one of this section I would say is a bit strange. It is with no doubt my personal pick for the 8th slot in the list, Jiraiuki. This goes for AoE snipers in general. The range is phenomenal, their splash damage is more than welcome, and it is always safer to have some strong AoE just in case the Gothic stage appears in the 4th floor. Yeah, the one with a billion slugs. But more than that, Jiraiuki can also do arts damage with her skill. So she's a great pick early on, when you are wondering if the game will give you a physical damage collectible or an arts one, or if the game will give you anything at all. But she's not the best 4-star sniper pick, we will get to that. Jiraiuki is very good against Phantom or Mouthpiece, and if you have enough healing for your entire squad, she'll do you wonders in the bear stage as well. She's not the best at killing bosses, but killing small soldiers and switching to a defender killing machine is what she is good at. And for our number 7, we have Boost. Utility meets damage meets collectible conduit. Boost will help you survive the bear boss, reducing his attack, making it a lot easier to heal between each of his art strikes. Being an art guard, or arts fighter, like they're officially called now, he has great damage and can make use of arts damage collectibles. He ramps up like a boss with ASPD, SP, or Spinach-like collectibles, having an offensive recovery skill, which you will want to use 99% of the time. Don't sleep on Moose, he will bake you alive. In number 6, we have the second coming of the God Sanger, coming to open things up for the casters, Pudding. If you want to use the mythical caster hand before Soul off, but you don't have Passenger, this is the girl for you, or even better, if you feel like using both of them together. Pudding has a great attack stat, and with her module, she doesn't even lose damage between bounces. Pudding will electrify the battlefield and get rid of some big threats for you, just make sure she is not alone taking ranged attacks. Next, we have another oddity, this time not a polemic one, but an operator so strong that her support role she jumped some position up to number 5. Gumi. Gumi is my personal favorite healing defender, because she can heal operators of 50% HP, which could be a positive and a negative depending on the situation, but here we are not going in depth on that. We are talking about how great Gumi will be for you in IS2. If you don't have the intention to reach her, maybe stick to Spot, but I would say, the least 3 stars you have, the stronger your squad will be, and Gumi will not only make use of Spinach Lights, but also of the incredible SP on Take Damage collectibles. You get that with Survivalist or in the Mouthpiece fight, inside the Totem's damage aura, Gumi will become the Spring of Life. No one will die around her. I teach you this little couple will even solo the hated Cyclist mini-boss, if you wait forever that is. Not first, this goes without saying, but she has 3 block. She does the block and the healing, someone else does the DPS. We are almost at the best among the best, and here I had a hard decision to make. Who would I leave outside of the top 3? Not that it is bad to be so high up in the list, but just not enough to be up there. So in 4th place, we have Mei. The best sniper of. She'll make use not only of ASPD and Spinach-like collectibles, but she will also make use of the bind ones. This girl is so flex her car is jello. put her on an origin tile, you might as well kill Gopnik alone. Have first floor dodge, pray for May, and she will perma-stun that freak in front of everyone. And of course, you won't die in the drone stage if you have her around. And now, for the top of the list, the big three, my personal best choices on each of these three classes. The operators who will take you from floor 1 to Northeast, getting rid of everything in their path. Starting at top 3, Indigo. This one might be a bit unexpected, but I am serious. There's no safer pick in the caster class than Indigo. Early on, she will do what she does best, nuking stuff with her massive damage and binding strong enemies. Make sure everything dies. Don't feel bad if she spends her charges on a dog. This is just how mythic casters work, and don't feel bad if you get ASPD collectibles with her. This is a common misconception, but I can assure you, they are great with SPD just like any other operator. When it comes to the late game, Indigo will still be a big hitter in your squad, if you will chew her that is, and she can even bully Phantom if you don't feel like blocking him. Also, Indigo is one of the best users of the Bind relics, and you know how common you find those, so just use Indigo, you will be rewarded. We are left with 2 slots, and at this point, I see no one else who could compete here. These 2 are the most obvious choices when I play. They will kill dogs, dancers, defenders, and bosses. They will take you from 0 to hero in the span of one IS2 run, and honestly, they might even share the first place, but nonetheless, we have to rank them. And my pick for second place is... Cutter. This girl is the best boss killer 4 stars have, and might as well become your best boss killer. You can melt the big scary bear with little health and makes great use of the guard hand and the SP on hit for guard. With Wave Cutter, you will have to click a lot, but every click will pay itself with the enemy bar going down like a falling tree. Not only that, Cutter can deal with many threats along the way. The DPS she ditches is unreal, and it gets unspeakable if you get a single spinach life. I honestly have no words to describe what Cutter will do for you. You will have to see for yourself. And for the first place, for the best of all, the one operator to take the big prize and go home, I would like to ask you to make your bets in the comment section. Do you know who I selected as the best 4 star? And if you are enjoying, might as well subscribe to see more in the future. But without further ado, the number 1 4 star is... Jay! Of course, it's Jay. Who else can deal damage, heal everyone, silence spiders, bait bombs, jump around like a freaking fast free deploy, be a redeployable body, solo mini bosses, solo bosses, and maybe even cook some pinballs for you. Jay will do more than carry your run. He will carry you and everyone you love to the finish line, go back and carry someone else before beating the crap out of Malphis. They might cost the key to stay deployed, but if you are like everyone else, you'll have Myrtle and you'll be fine. And also, make his model. 3DP cost to 2DP cost makes an unspeakable difference. This goes for any DPS, but you get Blade Dance on Jay, he will not only kill whatever is on him, he will keep every living body around him alive. If you have a little bit of buffs, just chunk Jay and Cutter together on the bear boss, and they will laugh at how dumb the boss is. This was my top 10, if you disagree with me, let me know. If you wanted to see someone, and you would like an explanation, also let me know in the comments. I will be glad to give my reasons, and I hope you have even more success in your IS2 runs. I hope everyone have a very nice day. Peace out.